How do you sort out the so-called jargon from real-world practices that work? Do the members of your organization find some business or technology advice utterly confusing? Welcome to Real Talk with Sam Holcman. In this program, we set the record straight, and in terms that business people and technology people can understand. Now, here is your host, Sam Holcman.
Welcome to this edition of Real Talk. I'm Sam Holcman, and the topic today is common mistakes that organizations sometimes make in their training for enterprise architects and business architects. And as we all know, the need to enhance skills of the staff members is constantly an issue in organizations. And of course, most organizations unfortunately wrestle with time, money, commitments, and the day-to-day activities they do. And so sometimes, of course, training and development gets pushed down the street a little bit. The phrase kick down the road, or whatever you want to call it, is very common, as we all know. And that leads to the teams having some issues with skilling, and the easiest way to put it, the organization starts getting into a situation where they're actually at a competitive disadvantage. And one of the first reasons for this is really, in our opinion, one of the problems is emphasizing the wrong goals. And the goal that we think should be there for people is not career advancement, and there is a path for that for people. It's really skills development, or additional skills that the organization will get. And in the world of enterprise and business architecture, as this broadcast is occurring, one of the newest areas that EA and BA people have to look at is artificial intelligence, and how EA and BA are actually the competitive enablement advantages that we can get through EA and BA using artificial intelligence. So you have that synergy going on. And of course, 5 years ago or 5 months ago, we never thought about that. So those are some of the new skills that are there. In our opinion, the number one issue for technology people that skilling really needs to be looked at in most technology folks is soft skills. An enterprise architect or a business architect may have some great stuff to present. The problem is they're not schooled in that. I know from my background as, a trained engineer with a couple of, college degrees in engineering, there was no soft skills class. It wasn't even discussed. And so we're going to suggest the same thing in most EA and BA organizations. They have a great thing to present to their stakeholders. The problem is that's not a skill that they've been trained at, practiced at, or coached, tutored, and mentored at. And so soft skills becomes one of the key development opportunities, I think, for organizations. Back in a moment.
So you want to advance your career and see enterprise architecture as a key component to this advancement. Or you're an enterprise architect and you want to be more effective in addressing business and technology needs. You want to create highly effective solutions that deal with the ever-evolving changes in businesses and organizations. But accumulating the knowledge and certification to do that can be a challenge. That's why EACOE created a one-of-a-kind certification workshop for enterprise architects. The workshops will teach you proven step-by-step enterprise architecture techniques that you can use for addressing continuous business and organizational change, and give you the certification you need to progress in your career. Want to learn more? Then visit eacoe.org.
Continuing on in some of the mistakes that people are possibly doing in training in enterprise and business architecture, the phrase that we use is instructional relevance. Instructional relevance. Is the training and certification activities going on more than just taking an exam? Hopefully it is. Because especially nowadays with artificial intelligence, the exams have much less relevancy because they're so easy to, unfortunately, falsify. Sorry for being that direct. But what you're trying to do is not look at a seminar for training, but look at a workshop where skills are taught, developed, maintained, and monitored and mentored to make sure the people in the training course actually have the skills to be enterprise and business architects. Hope that's of help to you. Until next time, thank you for your time.
Thank you for tuning in to Real Talk. Be sure to join your host, Sam Holcman, again for another edition of our program. We'll have more real topics of discussion then.